bring to you what's happening in the world of real estate and finance, Sydney and Australia-wide for finance.
There's a lot happening, a lot of changes, so
Absolutely.
let's get into it.
Let's get into it. So one of the biggest changes in the finance world is something about...
So what's been happening over the last week is the cashbacks. So the major banks, they're pulling back from the cashbacks. They're mostly ending by 30th of June.
Yeah, okay.
So
30th of June.
Yeah, so the application has to
next
be
month.
submitted by 30th of June. So if you're in the market trying to get a cashback, refinance cashback and get the interest rate lowered, now's the time to do it. So get in before 30th of June to make the most of that. I think only one bank is left that hasn't said anything about it, but the other banks have said by 30th of June all applications have to be submitted. So yeah,
hit
us up. Let's get the applications in and get
applications in by the
get the
30th
cashback
of
for you
June.
guys and lower your interest rate. Not only that, let's see if we can get your property valued. If there's equity in the property, unlock some equity.
Yeah.
So you can purchase another property.
Absolutely.
And we can just do a full home loan review and see if you're getting the best deal on the market.
Absolutely. Well, hello to everyone coming on. Life with Kaj Aurora says my all-time favorite real estate couple. Thank you for the love. That's lovely. And obviously, as this is a live stream, if there's any questions, anything that you'd like to add, feel free to comment below. We're happy to hear your thoughts. So finance is changing.
So there's been a massive rush towards refinancing over the last 6 months. I think in the last quarter, 60% of loans were written by major banks.
Wow.
So I think everyone's got onto this refinance cashbacks, trying to lower their rate, and
and it's been an incentive, hasn't it? It's worked well for some time. So you got a cash boost, and obviously there's some fees associated with it. So it's always like a net effect, but the borrowers,
customers always in front.
Yeah.
I think what the banks are saying, with the margins coming down, they have to pull back on these cashbacks. So
they weren't going to stick around forever.
Yep. So.
Absolutely. So there you go. So that's what's new in the finance world. In terms of sales, in terms of the sale market, the market is tight, isn't it?
Yeah, the market is hot. What we're seeing is stock is quite tight at the moment.
That's
so
right.
Any properties coming on the market that are priced well, I think the buyers are driving up the price.
Yeah.
So there's less competition out there. So if you're looking at going to market, I think now's the time.
Yep.
Because you don't know what's going to happen in spring. Obviously, they're saying there could be 1, 2 or 3 more rate hikes. So that could push people over the edge. So I think now's the time to go if you're looking at selling. Less competition and
And even if you're not looking at selling, but you're looking to buy, it is the right time to be discussing refinancing and unlocking equity in your home. We had some questions throughout the week where it was about what is capital growth and what does equity mean? Well, equity basically is the growth in your property's value from the time that you purchased to the time that you get a valuation for the purposes of refinancing, for example. So if you bought it for 600, it's now 800, you've got that 200,000 equity, which could, part of it, be used to purchase another property, to put a deposit down for another property.
And I've seen on a number of occasions, clients have come to us and said, look, we need to sell before we buy, but we've basically seen a situation where they don't need to sell.
That's right.
Where they can hold on to the property and buy the other property. So,
absolutely.
Which is also a win-win situation. So if you can hold on as much real estate as you can, why not? If affordable.
And we will be doing a detailed TikTok style video, educational style videos, which are doing quite well these days. Just a short burst of information, which is about which suburbs are now going to be under as there are some changes coming up to stamp duty rules. As you would know, the policy is changing from up until 30th of June. You could still opt into the previous government's land tax version of stamp duty. That's going to be stopped. From 1st of July, anyone that's purchasing is going to go back to the full lump sum stamp duty payment at the time of purchase. But the other thing is that's changing is from the bracket of the concessions is changing from the 650 to 800 to $1 million. So there's now more areas within Sydney that will be eligible for stamp duty concessions. So more people that were wanting that otherwise will now be able to do that. So stay tuned for more information coming out about about that, because that's what's in the pipeline in the next couple of weeks. That's
because
what's
traditionally
changing.
you can only, there's a stamp duty waiver until 650. They've raised that up to 800.
That's correct.
So obviously there's a number of suburbs out there, probably not a lot,
that are now
but
becoming.
where you,
There
for a
are
first home
actually.
buyer up to 800, you could be potentially paying no stamp duty. So
Yeah.
I think now's the time to cash in, and you get the exemption between 800 and $1 million as well on stamp duty.
Absolutely. And one of those suburbs and one of the properties that we have on our books coming up is in the suburb of Ingleburn, in the Cars estate of Ingleburn. Ingleburn is known for a lot of its industrial areas, a lot of building from that point of view there. Industrial space is quite active, but this particular pocket of Ingleburn is quite quite attractive and has a lot of benefits and features. So that's coming up within that sort of 800 range, for the perfect for first home buyers. I've done a quick video of that one today, just from outside. Currently is tenanted, but available for both investor or owner occupier. So stay tuned for that one. That's coming up.
And on the back of that, we're listing another property in West Oxon in the next week or two. Beautiful single story, triple garage, very rare, on a decent sized block, high side of the road. So I think that property will be a winner. So
Absolutely.
Yes, stay tuned for that one.
Stay tuned for that one. And for first home buyers, again, we've got a unit coming up in Rose Hill. This one, another one in the similar building, sold quite quickly. So there's a lot of appetite from first home buyers within that sort of 650 range. So stay tuned for that one. That's going to be hitting the market this week. So anything that you see and hear, do feel free to get in touch with us, DM us or SMS us. Happy to leave our details so that we can discuss more of these opportunities on a one-on-one basis with you. In terms of what we have sold, I mean, one of the areas that I want to highlight, we were there this morning to put our sold sticker on a property in Marsden Park. Now, over the weekend, an article came out from Domain which highlighted a number of areas, number of suburbs that have had significant growth in a 5-year period, as until March 2023, report generated by Domain. And the second highest area to record the second highest growth in the last 5 years was Marsden Park. So if you are an owner in Marsden Park and you want to get a valuation of your property, what it could be worth, and if you purchased in the last 5 years, you've got the opportunity to do that there. Getting phone calls everywhere. So just losing my train of thought there. I think that's
so. Marsden, if you got a property in Marsden Park, you're winning. Get in touch to see what your property's worth, and
Absolutely.
buy your next property.
Buy your next property. So that is something that we will be bringing through. Marsden Park, 60% growth in the last 5 years. Number one was Vaucluse, Eastern Suburbs. Second was Marsden Park. So a great example there of being able to buy and holding a property that within 5 years you're generating great returns and ability to buy another. In terms of rentals, what's happening? Again, fierce competition. Market is tight. So if you are an owner that has had a investment property that's been rented out for the last couple of years and the rents haven't been updated as often or as regularly, do get in touch with us, because we could help you from that point of view as well. Make sure that you've got the right price for your property. Thank you very much for watching. We're going to take this very urgent call that seems being called everywhere. We will be in touch the next time to be able to do with the next update. If there are any questions or any comments at all that you'd like us to elaborate further on, please feel free to get in touch with us. We'll be more than happy to help. Thank you very much for watching.
Thank you, guys.
We'll see you guys next time.
See ya.